take these 4 screws out that hold the big motor in there. And as someone pointed out on my last video, some areas, some people, some scrap yards will call these motors transformers, or they'll call these transformers motors. And when I say motors, I mean electric motors. They're the same thing, just different terminology. And you can get that last screw out, you can feel it, the whole thing just drop out of there. There it goes. Let's go down here to these. And you could use your power tools for this, make it a little quicker. I'm so used to doing it like this, I just used to it, so. And over here, I'm gonna have a safety screw, one of those star-shaped driver deals. And I don't even take the time to carry one of those and mess with it. I just go like this right here. Done, you know. It saves a lot of time. One less tool I gotta carry around. And this motor's actually got a little metal case on it. You don't see that very often. Ouch, well there it goes. I don't know what that was on there. You don't see that very often. There it is, that big old dog right there. That thing weighs probably 9 pounds, close to 10 pounds. And let's see if that's copper wire in there. See, that's all aluminum wire. So that's not technically, that's not a copper motor. But up here, you're gonna find it's got the copper in there. Maybe. Yeah, see that? Well, that's aluminum wire in there too. So every bit of that one there is aluminum wire, which is going to decrease the value a little. Not a whole lot, because some scrap yards will just give you aluminum breakage for that, and it's about the same price as a motor. So it's still a valuable little guy, you know. He's so small and he weighs so much, you know. Now these guys here, some scrap yards will make you take them out of there. And it's just gonna be, you know, 2 screws, sometimes 3 or 4 screws. They come out of there pretty quick. But this one's got a little extra reinforcement. I'll have to yank that out of there. Take that case off there. I'm messing around with that magnetron. I meant to show you how to get them motors out of here quick. I started messing with that magnetron. Let me cut all these wires out. There you get a little handful of insulated copper out of it. Might be a ½ pound there. You know, you throw in the big cord that I already took off this thing, and you got close to a pound of copper wire there. Number 2 insulated copper wire. And I should have just messed with this magnetron last. Kind of messed up my deal, but I just wanted to show you how to get these motors out of here. Was my main focus. Got a little distracted, and you got this little guy here. Just clean him up real quick like that, and he just pops out of there. Throw that little bugger in there. With your motors. Have about 2 or 3 screws out here holding this second biggest motor in there. Most microwaves will have 3 or 4 motors. And altogether they're going to weigh about 10 pounds, give or take a little. Just yank that dog out of there like that. And then got 2 more screws. Just take that like that. That's a smooth spot to put your fingers right there on that copper wire, and just that fan blade's gonna hold it in a little bit. I just go like that. Just yank that sucker out of there. There you go. It's a nice little motor. And then this will be your 3rd motor in here. It's the smallest one. I just take the screwdriver, get it in there in that little lip, and just pop that thing out of there. And the whole board came with it that time. But usually I can just pop that motor right off real quick. Get to it eventually. Maybe. I've done this probably 1,000 times. First time I did it on camera, so a little choppy, I suppose. There's the 3rd little dude. And then now you have some more skibble scabble wires down in there that aren't going to weigh nothing. And there's a little capacitor in there. That little silver dude right there. And all the scrap yards where I live, they just give tin for that, so I just leave it right where it's at. And most of the scrap yards where I live, you can just leave that guy in there too. But there's one scrap yard that had the radiation from these set off a radioactive detector at a mill somewhere. I saw they don't take them at all. And to take microwaves to them, you got to. Actually, I had that thing out of there. I should have just yanked that thing out of there a long time ago. But to take microwaves to them, you got to take this dude out of there. So when I'm down in that area and I got a microwave, I'll take this thing out real quick. And danger, high voltage. But that's the technology behind a microwave right there, them little dudes. And some people say you can bust them open, and get some copper or stuff out of there, but it looks like a lot of work to me for not very much money. So I just take them to a scrap yard that accepts these and just throw them right in my tin pile with the rest of my tin. So what I'll do with this microwave, since I'm in between scrap yards, I'll just put it right in there with the rest of this tin. All the tin that came out of there, store it right in there, which isn't very much tin, but I'll just throw it in there. So that's what microwaves are good for. You know, you got a bunch of that little tin and, metal and stuff. You just pack up that microwave full of stuff, It saves a lot of space. It's a handy little trick. There's another little piece right here. But that's it. You can just take this back here like this, and you could even save one of the screws and screw it back down into that hole if you really wanted to. But I just go like this, call it done. That's all the goodies we got out of there. We got big old dog, medium dog, little dog, tiny dog, handful of insulated wire. Of course, I had previously taken off the main cord, so there'd be almost probably like 3/4 of a pound or so of number 2 insulated wire if I had that big cord in there. But you can get it down there in just a few minutes. It took me longer because I'm messing around with this camera and trying to explain stuff and fumbling with my fingers because I've never done it on film before. But Yeah, I could do that whole thing, get all that out in about 3 or 4 minutes, under 5 minutes for sure. But every now and then you'll run into a microwave that is manufactured a little different. Like that one there had that tin covering around that bigger electric motor, and that's not usually there, so that made me fumble a little bit. But since I'm on a motorcycle, space is of the essence. I'll just, for now, I'll just throw all that stuff in there. Just carry it just like that. Call it done.